Hi there, my darling Virgos. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to your reading for the week of the 21st of July, 2025. So, my darling Virgos, I'm going to pull you two oracle cards. One from the Spirit Animal Oracle, which is Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. So you start off with that, and then I also have Detoxify, full moon in Taurus. So full moon in your sister sign of Taurus here. So detoxify and bring a gentle touch. I haven't seen that one come up in any reading before, so that's nice. And I mean, Virgos are, you know, quite gentle. We're lovers. I'm a Virgo, so I feel that we're lovers, not fighters. So, you know, let's see what the tarot has for us, my darling Virgos. Let us consult the tarot here and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Virgos. What does Virgo need to know for this week of the 21st? Four of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, love it. And the Magician, wow, love that. All right, I'm just going to move those over. Make sure everything is in view. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is a card of, holding on too tightly to something. It's what I like to say, what are you holding on to for fear of letting go, my darling Virgos? Is there something in your life that, you're holding on too tightly to, you just don't want to let it go, but you know that it's probably, not serving you. I mean, fours are also about stability as well. So, being that this is the Four of Pentacles, it could be that you're, you've built a solid, stable, firm foundation here, my darling Virgos. So, but I feel more for you of this that you are, maybe it's holding on too tightly to a certain way of doing something that if you just released that, maybe that you feel that there is only one way to do something when there are many, if that makes sense, my darling Virgos. That's kind of what I'm feeling for you off this Four of Pentacles. So, take that how it resonates for you, but that's kind of what I feel off that Four of Pentacles for you, that you're being encouraged to, look for another way of doing something, or see that there could be a different way of doing something. Don't be stuck in that only one way of doing something, because then you have the beautiful Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is all about out with the old, in with the new. So that's what is making me feel that there is something new coming in for you, and for you to release holding on too tightly to that one idea of the Four of Pentacles, that this idea is coming in for you to say, hey, no, there is another way to do something. Here is this spark of inspiration for you, my darling Virgos. And I feel that this could be the start of something new for you. It's a passionate new beginning, my darling Virgos. So I feel, that they're just with this and the Magician, that you're being encouraged to, manifest this week. Dream big is the word that popped into my head, my darling Virgos. That, if there is that spark of inspiration that you get, if there is an idea that you get this week, my darling Virgos, run with it. Even though we are in Mercury retrograde at this time, do not let that stop you from starting something new. I mean, our lives should not stop because of Mercury retrograde. And, I feel that, I mean, I'm a Virgo and you're a Virgo, so we are ruled by Mercury, and we probably feel the whole Mercury retrograde energy a lot more, but it should not stop us from, moving forward. Should we release something at that time? Maybe not, but we can certainly work on it. We can certainly work on this new idea. We can, do everything we need to do behind the scenes to get this new idea off the ground, or to, put into the development mode to, maybe it's a book you want to write. Start with the outline. Maybe it's a business you want to get off the ground. Start with a business plan. We do not have to avoid starting something new, my darling Virgos, just because it's Mercury retrograde. If we should not, our lives should not revolve around those energies. Our lives should not stop because of an energy or because of a Mercury retrograde or anything like that. So, yeah, I feel anything that we start during this Mercury retrograde will be actually really good. I don't know. This is just because it's the energy of what's coming up. Because then you've got the Magician, and the Magician is all about manifestation. The Magician is the master manifestor of the tarot. He is the master of all the suits of the tarot. And one of the only 4 cards that has this infinity symbol, which is infinite possibilities, my darling Virgos. So I feel that this week we are being encouraged to use that energy, to use that manifestation energy to dream big, to reach for the stars, regardless of the fact that it's Mercury retrograde, my darling Virgos. I like I said, I feel that we should not be ruled by the energy that's around. We should work with the energy, but we should not say, I am not doing this. Oh, I've got an amazing idea, but I'm not gonna run with it because, it's Mercury retrograde. I mean, no. Do what you can to work behind the scenes to get something ready to maybe launch after the Mercury retrograde. But I mean, I've launched things during Mercury retrograde, and yes, it may have had a bit of a slow start, but certainly hasn't stopped me from doing other things. So I get some of my best ideas during Mercury retrograde, and I feel that that's what's going to happen this week as well, that, this is going to be a week of inspiration, my darling Virgos. And with this detoxify and bring a gentle touch, of course, if we need to rest, relax, recover, and, get our energy back, do that. Bring a gentle touch. I mean, by all means, we should not, be harsh with anything. We may be being encouraged here to bring a gentle touch. So just, if we've got this new idea and we want to share it, instead of sharing it forcefully, maybe we need to share it gently, my darling Virgos. But if I'm going to put this all together, what I feel here is we're being encouraged here to release an old way of doing something here with this 4 of Pentacles. I feel that we've been, we've held on to an idea of there is only one way of doing something, but I feel there is many, my darling Virgos, and we're being encouraged to look for a different way of doing something. And here is this spark of inspiration for us coming in, telling us that it's out with the old and in with the new, my darling Virgos. And there is some kind of passionate new beginning that we're being encouraged to manifest, to work behind the scenes, to conjure the energy, my darling Virgos, to be ready to release when the time feels right. That's what I feel is coming in for us this week, my darling Virgos. So yeah, beautiful energies coming in, I feel, this week for us, my darling Virgos. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I am very active and interactive in the comments, You know, I will always answer you. And look, if you've got you know, something to say about this reading, drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. I would like to start a dialogue about, you know, what is happening here for us Virgos. All right, let's get final messages, my darling Virgos. Big happy changes. Yeah, that's what I was feeling. That's what's coming in. That's what the Ace of Wands is, my darling Virgos. Look for a sign, they say. Yes. I mean, that's part of the magician too. That magician energy is look up, look for a sign, anything to tell us that we're on the right path. Recovery. So there may be, you know, maybe we've been working too hard. There may be a period of recovery that we may need to, you know, go through, my darling Virgos. Within the next few weeks, they say, yeah, unlikely. So don't freak out with the unlikely card. What I feel with that is I feel it's unlikely it's not going to work. You know, because within the next few weeks, I just feel it's unlikely that it's not going to work out for us, my darling, you know, Virgos. That's really what I feel here. I feel really, really good off this energy. So, yeah, you know, I don't feel that that's just, you know, I just feel like, yeah, it's unlikely that that's not going to work out. So if you'd like to follow this up with a personal reading, the first link in the description will take you to my website. Definitely love to dig deeper into, you know, what is it that we need to release here, my darling Virgos. I'd love to be able to connect with you further and help you maybe, you know, release whatever that energy is that may be holding on to a bit too tightly here. But I can see beautiful things are on the way for you this week, my darling Virgos. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.